In this week's video, we head to the first estate sale of the year where I walk away with a huge eclectic vintage haul, and then I have to merchandise my booth. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Do I survive? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. So I'm actually heading to the first estate sale of the year. I'm really excited. And of course, there's a ton of people waiting. It's 8:20, it starts at 9. I didn't even do my hair, but I'm excited because there's a ton of antiques here. So they're only letting 4 people in at a time, so I'm gonna be in the 3rd wave. I mean, there is a lot of stuff, and honestly, I have to have the perspective that it doesn't matter. Oh my God, my makeup looks terrible. I'm sure I'll walk away with stuff. I just wish I would have woken up earlier, but you just never know. Okay, we're finally getting to the point where we're coming in. Everybody gets 5 minutes. So this is my pile, and then that box is absolutely full of stuff. And then look at this beautiful stool. And then I also bought that primitive table over there. So all of this and that table for $175. So thrilled. Oh my gosh, that was such a good sale. I got so much amazing items. Even though I was not one of the first people in the house, there was still plenty left. Just super happy. A lot of it will be going to my booth because my booth really needs inventory. And again, I didn't even do my hair. My hair is a mess. And I got to meet a ton of viewers, which is awesome. You know, mostly because this is my hometown and it's an estate sale. That's where you're gonna meet viewers, right? So it was wonderful meeting all you guys. I had such fun talking to you. Whew. And now I gotta load up my car. I gotta drive over there because I have so much stuff that I have to drive my car over there. So I'm back home. I still haven't done anything with my hair, but I have to head out because I need to go re-merchandise my booth. And they're having the Madness Markdown sale at Lander Street Vintage in Seattle. That is such a good sale. If you live in the area, highly recommend. But I'm going to do a quick pan, mainly because I can't give you individual prices. Everything I'm going to show you, I paid $150 for, because I paid $25 for that primitive table, but I'm not picking it up until Monday. Maybe I paid $160 for everything, and then the table's $25. Anyways, let me show you what I found. I found this fun little poncho. Ponchos are doing really well. You know, feeling the material, it doesn't really feel that vintage. No, look, it's not that vintage, but it's super cute. I love the pattern. I got a leather fossil purse. Good leather is always in style, and Fossil actually does amazing leather. This beautiful jacket, look at the sleeves. It has a very Edwardian tailored look to it. It is absolutely gorgeous. If it would fit me, I would keep it, but it is a petite small, which is not me. Then I got this plaid skirt, very, very cute. And then this one is really vintage, probably from the 70s. I just really like it. I think some young girl will totally snatch it up. These are Chintz salt and pepper shakers, and they retail for pretty good money. Those are going to my booth. I'm really trying to stock my booth, so a lot of this will be going there. I got these wonderful little candlestick holders. Lately, I have been picking up a lot of candlestick holders. They are great sellers, especially this time of year. This is a wonderful milk glass, Westmoreland, I think it is, and they're valued between $40 and $50. This is a little Fenton, a little basket, opalescent, and these range anywhere between like 20 and 40 something. So love these. All of this is going to the booth. This little beautiful like soap holders going to the booth. And anytime I could find a glass trinket box, I picked them up. This one's really lovely. It's got kind of that smoked design on it. And then just a bunch of little things. This is from Crate and Barrel. It's got deer on the sides. I picked this up at the last minute, and look at this wonderful abacus. This is a really old one, so very cool. And then lots of white hotelware and ironstone. I actually got 4 sets of these. These are Bakelite handles. I don't know where the other 2 are. I'm gonna have to look for them. They have to be in there somewhere. And then cute little box. And then these are bookends. And so I kind of thought those were cool for kind of a, I don't know. I think they're gonna go in our Ralph Lauren display. Love this bench. This has brass feet. I don't know if you could see it. And then it's got this vintage velvet. Oh, absolutely stunning. So happy to get that. Another cute little box. And these I will pick up all day long. They are Florentine coasters, one in every color. And there are, how many? 5 of them. But I can sell these like in a hot minute. They do not last. This will go online. This cute little dish, it does have a chip right there, and the piece is inside. So it must have gotten broken sometime during the sale. Cute little silver plate. I got that piece of art. That's an original piece. It's a painting. And this is kind of like more primitive stuff. These this salt glaze mug and the salt glaze pitcher is going to the booth. All of this will go to the booth. This piece of art will most likely go to the store. It is wonderful. Look at that. Very cool. So that's going to go to the store, and so will that one. And then I got this cool army toolbox and this document box that still has a key. Is that crazy? It's got its original key. So all of that for $160. And now I got to get to pricing so I can get out of here. Well, I priced a bunch of items. I did something with my hair, and now we are off. It is a beautiful day. I have a ton to do at my booth, and afterwards I'm gonna get to go see my beautiful daughter, who actually I'm so happy and excited for her. She just got a job as a 911 operator, and I'm so very proud of her, because that process is so intense. I mean, it's basically like getting an FBI clearance. And so we're gonna celebrate, probably with Chinese food, because the best Chinese food is up in that area. But first, we're going to the antique mall. I'm definitely gonna shop the Markdown Madness sale for before I bring anything in, I always like to check the state of my booth to see exactly how much work I have ahead of me. And we're gonna shop. We're actually gonna shop first. It is, how much is it? 45. Oh, 45? Okay, can't really see it, but there it is. Now this piece of fabric is really fun. Look at the deer and the cowboy campers. Gosh, how fun is that? Maybe it was a curtain. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Maybe it's a tablecloth. It's only $4. This is beautiful. It's 18, so it's more than what I want to pay for a silver bowl like that, but it is very pretty. Look at the hat. So the hat's only $9, and I will pick up a hat like this any day of the week for $9. Oh wow, look at the crown. What? Oh, it is $140. $6 for that piece. This is kind of cool. It's like a chalice. This one's $40. This original painting is $20. Kind of like it. It's very, very muted. Look at the Degas, the ballet dancer. How much is she? She is $48. I'm gonna check comps on her because I really like her. Okay, it's time for me to get to work. I'm gonna come assess the booth, and then I'm gonna start bringing stuff in. I'm building a shelf because I wanna switch things up. So I'm gonna get rid of this shelving unit, and gosh, I wish I would have put a price tag on it. Would have been great to sell it, but it's always just looked really messy and unkempt, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm gonna put it in storage and maybe put it on Facebook Marketplace. And I have a new shopping unit for here, so got to get going. So things are a bit chaotic in here. Like this little old lady belongs up there. That picture's not mine. This is supposed to be up there. Oh my goodness. Oh, I sold some art pieces. Thank God I have art pieces with me. Wait a minute, did I bring those? Yeah, I brought art pieces with me. Good. Yeah, definitely looks messy. I'm glad I'm here. Oh, this mirror is actually supposed to go up there, so somebody brought that down. Oh, somebody bought the little bench that was there. It's messy. It needs my love and attention. God, they don't make shelves like that metal one anymore. That thing weighs a ton. And I had to finish putting together the new shelf. And I have a plant in there I have to move out. This is the new shelf I just built. It's not very tall, but it's fine because it's going in the center and I don't want anything really tall there. It blocks the light. I'm left with this mess I gotta clean up. I gotta move that stuff. Whew, it's turning out to be a manual day. There, that looks much better. Now I'm gonna mark a bunch of stuff down for the markdown sale and take it over there. Okay, I got all of this marked down. It's all gonna go in the middle of the mall in the first aisle. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I am going to bring in all of the stuff in the car and start cleaning up this booth. Okay, I've cleared pretty much this top shelf. Originally I was gonna have like more porcelain, ceramics up there, more feminine stuff, dining stuff, but I think I'm going to leave that here, and this will be probably a mix of stuff. Like, look at this postage meter. I need a spot for that. I need a spot for that suitcase. So I think I'm going to start with a suitcase. It's going to be the base. Thing is, almost everything I'm bringing in is smalls, so I'm not going to need like huge spaces, thank goodness. I have had this painting in here for over a year. It's never sold. I'm going to take it to the store where we have sold plenty like that, and then this is going to the markdown sale, and if it doesn't sell, it may also go to the store. Okay, I can't really give you a great view, but so far, I've had these forever. They're fraternal yard-long pictures. They're really amazing, but they've been hidden behind bookcases, so now they're front and center. Okay, I put that up there. Now, it could be a little over, just a tiny bit, just a smidge, but I'm not going to worry about it. I still have so much to do. So it's going to stay right here. Okay, here's an update. I decided to use the old wood boxes as risers so I could actually add additional height and fit more stuff in. And I am done. Let me show you the finished product. I'm coming into Seattle from the north because I'm coming from visiting my daughter, and it's so interesting. Last night I was watching Amanda from Amanda's Mercantile. If you've never caught her channel, she is my favorite reselling YouTuber in general. And I was so excited that she had put up a video. And so I'm watching, she's redoing her booth. She always does such an amazing job. And she's screwing in this bookshelf. And a customer walks by and decides to buy it. So then she's got to figure out what she's going to put there, right? And later in the video, she's manhandling this dresser. She puts this dresser in place and somebody else literally walked by and bought the dresser. So she had an empty space in her newly merchandised booth. Well, I was just like, wow, man, that's amazing that happened. So guess what? I did not re-merchandise my whole booth like she does. Like, I couldn't even imagine like taking everything out and then putting everything back in. So I just did 2 sections, but I mean, that was a lot of work. That was 5.5 hours of slinging boxes and furniture. Anyways, I get it to where I want it. Anyways, guess what? So I get a call from Lander Street Vintage, and the girl on the phone is like, do you have any wiggle room? Well, right off the top of my head, because I have really wanted to sell it, because it's not the best piece for merchandising. I'm like, yeah, I'll give it to him for $8.50. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That means, I'm going to have this big hole. And I was going to change it to $900, but she had me on speakerphone, so they already knew that I had said $8.50. So I'm like, no, that's totally fine. Give it to him for $8.50. And oh my God! So now I'm speeding to my booth. I'm going to have less than an hour. There is all the stuff that was on that shelf is scattered in my booth, and let me tell you, they don't really do a great job of like re-merchandising after a piece of furniture has sold. So I have to get there and figure out what to do with all the stuff that came off that shelf. So darn it, I forgot to show you the disaster. For now, temporarily, this is the display. That's just actually a borrowed table that I need to return to the mall. But anyways, I am out of here. I still have to stop and pick up a couple of cowboy boots from somebody, then I'm heading home. Good morning. It is Tuesday and my body is beat. It has been 8 days of like heavy duty lifting, going up and down stairs at my storage unit, and my gosh, if I could just stay home and recover and rest, I would be thrilled, but I cannot. Because as you saw, I sold that big French baking rack in my booth. So I am speeding to Seattle. I loaded this like very rustic primitive table in my car last night on my own. And I will get to Seattle and I will unload it on my own. And then I need to figure out how to actually get it in my booth, because I just realized last night that I don't think I have enough room to actually squeeze it through into the booth. So I may have to move some things in order just to get it in there and in place. Okay, we're at the booth and I am assessing. I think what I need to do is I need to move this and that and this. And I think I could squeeze it right through there. And then I can put it up against that wall. And then this trunk is gonna sit on top of it because it is really low to the ground. Okay, the table is in. It is crusty and rusty, but I do love it. It is very primitive. Very primitive, but I only paid $25 and it's gonna make a great display piece. So I do have room there for some art, and I have some art in the car, so I'm gonna run and get that, and then we'll be hanging those up and then restyling the space. So I have this piece of art and I have this one. I mean, I think this is gonna look really good there, but I feel like this is too feminine to go down below those. So I'm gonna see if I could maybe switch. What? Oh my gosh. I sold the bird paintings that were up here. I'm definitely gonna have to bring in more art. I do have like this little old lady down here. I think she would actually look really good centered right there, and then maybe move this one here. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna put her, oh, if I could catch that nail, right there. She's definitely moody and matches kind of this moody industrial vibe I'm going for. All right, that is much better. Now let's, oh, that one's crooked, but let's move in the trunk. Okay, here's the trunk. I also love that all the covering on it, which is probably like paper, has kind of worn off, so you could see the very patinated wood underneath. I love that look. There it is. Now I can set it at a diagonal. You can pull it out here. Set it that way, and then I would have room like right there for something else, like another tall piece. I could even set something tall behind it to maximize space. So let me see what I have. Okay, this may work as a base. I mean, this should really be sideways, but I think, you know, again, these are just like riser pieces, right? So let's just try this, see how it goes. Maybe this is better. I stacked that one on top of that one, mostly because that's super sturdy and that is more lightweight. And you could still see the art behind it. And then I put the little advertising fruit tray behind it. And it's interesting, this is from Australia, which is really cool. It's come a long way. Right, I got the mirror behind it. I think it needs a riser to lift it up. And yes, Grandma is blocked, but you could still kind of see her behind there. Okay, I have to load up my car of some items I'm clearing out. But otherwise, I am done. Am I totally thrilled with this display? No, but it's because it's a lot of miscellaneous items that really don't have a home. So I did the best I could. now 4:30. I got into my booth at noon, but I had started working before that at home. What time did I start working? 8:30, I think. So it has been a long day. I honestly have not been this tired, this beat, this physically worn out since we flipped the store for Christmas. It's kind of like going to the gym and you're lifting weights, right? And the problem is, it's not really a problem. I mean, I'm glad I'm really strong. But that often means that I push my body to the extreme because I can. And then I wind up paying for that. I am really strong, but it's not good, even when you're lifting weights at the gym, to lift weights like multiple days in a row. You have to give your time. You have to give your body time to rest and recover. But unlike going to the gym, when you're a vintage dealer, you're not in and out. You literally, it takes like hours to get anything done when you're a vintage reseller. Nothing is fast, so that's a lot of lifting. So anyways, I am done. So that is it for this video.